Good morning, Floss Tubers. This is Diana from Dee's Delight Stitchers, and this is my second Floss Tube video. And as you can see, I'm still very nervous. Today is July 19th on a Thursday. It's still very hot and humid here. I'm kind of getting used to it. I think I still have Connecticut blood in me. Okay, I saw a few of you were talking about know your needleworker. So I thought maybe I would answer a few of those questions. Where do you live? I live in Bonita Springs, Florida. I'm originally from New Jersey, then lived in Connecticut for 16 years and moved here 3 years ago. And we are on the west coast of Florida, and it's just lovely. It's paradise. What do? I am retired from AT&T. I worked there for 20 years as an executive assistant for a vice president. And I left AT&T when I married my husband 17 years ago. I have one daughter who lives in New Jersey with 2 grandchildren. Mia is 11 and Dean is 8. And my husband has 2 sons living in Connecticut, and they each have two children, which gives me 4 more grandchildren. What do I do for fun? Well, besides my passion of count and cross stitch, I love to read, and I love to play mahjong. I can play every day if there was a game. As it is, I play about 3 times a week. I like to do jigsaw puzzles in my spare time. Spare time, you say? I'm working on one now. I have one laid out. It's 1,500 pieces, and it's all candy bar wrappers. It's driving me crazy. Probably won't do 1,500 again. I like 1,000-piece puzzles. I also make chocolates, which I mentioned in my first video. I want to show you something I made you might be interested in. This is a chocolate box with a lid. It's all chocolate. And inside, I have needles. I have a little scissor. More needles. Here's a needle threader. And then I have some spools of thread. I'm making chocolate, dark chocolate, peanut butter, a couple little different sizes. I do other things also in chocolate. I have a lot of different molds for the holidays. Keeps me busy. Okay, when I first found Floss Tube, I went online to find a tutorial to make a scissor fob. I found one, and I made my first scissor fob. Whoops. Come on. There we go. It's not the best, but it's my first attempt. Okay, well, let me show you one more thing that I finished before I answer the other questions. My granddaughter, Mia, loves everything Paris. So I found this, and I made this for her. Let's see if I can get the glare away. This is a side view. Put it together with styrofoam and pins. And I found this material that I put on the back. And I put 4 little buttons on the bottom. So I'm pretty proud of that. Okay. I made my first, let me finish the questions. Okay. Favorite TV show? Well, I loved MASH when it was on. Now I love Game of Thrones, Poldark, PBS stations, and Game of Thrones, PBS, and Outlander, waiting for all of those to come on. I do like some of the reality shows. I like Housewives of New Jersey, of course, and I like the one of Beverly Hills because I like to see what they wear and the clothes and the houses they live in. Let's see. Favorite book? Well, I have two favorites. The first one was Gone with the Wind, which I always loved. And the second book is by Dean Koontz. I think it's one of his early writings. It's called Watcher. And it's about a golden retriever that communicates with his owners through tiles of letters on the Scrabble board. It's really, really a good book. Music, I love a lot of different kinds of music, but I love soft jazz, smooth jazz, and I love the big band sound. When I was little, growing up on a Sunday morning, I remember waking up to the smell of my mom cooking spaghetti sauce and listening to William B. Williams on the Make Believe Ballroom, New York Station. And they played all the big band sounds. So I still love that. One word to describe me, couldn't think of anything really pronounced, but I think one word to describe me is thankful. I'm thankful for what I have in my life, for my daughter, my grandkids, and for my good friends and family. And I've been blessed many times. Okay, that's it. Enough about me. I bought my first floss tube purchase, and it's the Bitsy Bob. And it's from That's So Kelly Co. on Etsy. And I love it. I probably will give it to my granddaughter eventually. I'm teaching her how to do counter cross stitch. Of course, you see the fabric. And I'm really anxious to go ahead and use this. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of time saving finding all my items. Okay, let me show you some of my whips. I have a big one here. This is from Glendon Place, and Cheryl is a sweetheart. I love talking to her on the phone. This is the first part. Okay. This is what it will look like in its entirety. I'm working on this right now. The two little ghosts. This is the second part that she sent me. The two sides. This side and this side. And this, I bought the material. This is Tarnish Ada 14. As you can see, it's very, very large. And this is all I've worked on so far. Where is it? This is very hard to maneuver. That's it. Okay, that's that one. Now, I showed you the knot work that I finished in my first video. And I just want to show you another one I'm working on. I haven't picked this up in about a year or two. But this is another by Theresa Lyman. And Theresa Lyman makes these little projects for houses, little miniature houses. These are rugs. But I'm not putting this in a rug. But this is what I've done on this one so far. It's a lot of fun. Get a close-up. All French and colonial knots. This is another one I bought, which I haven't started yet, by Theresa Lyman. It's called Hooters. It's cute. It's going to be dark. And this is the fabric that you stitch on. All little French and colonial knots. Oh, this is cute. When I lived in Connecticut, I used to belong to the Red Hat Society, and I kept an album of all our photos, and I made this to put on the front of the album cover. We're no longer doing Red Hats, but I kept this. I hit Hobby Lobby the other day, and I hit it on a good day. It was 60 to 90% off most items. I bought this. This was $11.99, 90% off. And it's a box in the back, open. But I've had this pattern for years, and I'm going to do it. I don't know the size of it yet, but I want to do it so that it fits in this box, and I can stand this up. I bought a few other things from Hobby Lobby. I bought this, 90% off. I'll do something with this. And then I bought a lot of metal items. And I bought magnets, so I will be doing that. This was originally $17.99. It was on sale for $1.79. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll put something over the front, probably magnetized. But just a lot of good stuff. Okay, I think this is going to be a short one today. Again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing and viewing my video. It means the world to me. And it's a good encouragement, which I need. And it's just opened another world to me of a great community. I hope to go on some stitching retreats eventually, even if I have to fly to them. I'm looking forward to a StitchCon, which I see a lot of things about, and it's just opened up a whole nother world to me. So again, have a great day, happy stitching, and thanks again for subscribing. If you're new, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it would be great if you subscribe to me and hit the little bell, which will tell you when I have another video ready. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.